May 20th, 1865, Union General Gilmore announces emancipation here in Jacksonville, sends that message on train to Tallahassee. And so Brigadier General McCook announces emancipation in Tallahassee that same day on May 20th, 1865, which is a good year or so before the enslaved in Texas find out.
Obviously, news did not travel fast back in the day. Jacksonville was actually ahead of things when it came to freeing slaves. Hard to believe. What people might not realize,
we got a big history of progress in Jacksonville that came out of the plantation system. And as Ennis said, it was only just downtown area in particular for the city of Jacksonville, but we had so much land space that was being occupied by plantations.
And then, I've also found it interesting because the city was only really confined to what we consider to be downtown today, we had this other layer of industrialized slavery. So while Dells Bluff or La Villa or the Magnolia Plantation, Red Bank, all of those are basically south of downtown, while those were rural, growing things such as indigo, rice, sea island cotton, potatoes, fruit. When you get into the city, these agricultural products are being cultivated, shipped into the city, where you have longshoremen, boat operators, and in Jacksonville, you have people who are transporting that from the port to larger ports across the country.
Ennis drops another nugget about the evolution of Jacksonville post-slavery.
If you look back at Jacksonville, it's occupied 4 times during the Civil War. So as early as like 1863, the enslaved here are being freed by the Union. Many are being mustered into service as Union soldiers. And then you start to see this movement as the Union starts to stretch into the interior areas of this particular state. Those who are being emancipated or freed are flocking to Jacksonville for a number of services, whether it's boarding ships to go up to Beaufort, South Carolina, in areas where the Union is heavily fortified, or whether it's seeking services such as medical services and just getting away from these isolated places. You start to see that build into Jacksonville, which leads into what Jacksonville is today.
Continuing to surprise, who knew that Jacksonville was so progressive?
And Jacksonville itself was a melting pot or a magic city for the progress that was already here and the enslaved that came in. So we just had an influx, as Ennis just brought up, of new freed slaves. Northeast Florida was probably very progressive, and also it was very welcoming for family.
And we continue to welcome people of all cultures to this day.